Hey guys, and welcome to the Tumpia YouTube channel. My name is Emmanuel. You probably know my face if you subscribe to the channel, but we have a guest today that also appeared here before, but not as regular as I do. So, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Wagner.
Hey there, hi. And it's my pleasure to check out two very cool Les Pauls with Emmanuel today.
Exactly. So we're very excited. Slash, I think, needs no introduction. I think he influenced me a lot, and I don't want to speak for you, but
yes, of course he did.
Yeah. So
and he's got I think at this point he has like 1,000 signature Gibson Les Pauls.
Exactly.
So it's hard to keep track, but I guess these are the latest ones. Yes.
Or some of the latest ones at least. Maybe by the time where this video is released, they released maybe 5 new ones.
Yes.
Who knows? But currently these are the current ones, and I think there's much to say about those. We have the Gibson, so the original kind of thing for you with us today, and also the Epiphone. You don't see the headstock maybe in the video, but that's the Epiphone version. I guess it's interesting to know what the differences are, because some of you guys out there might be interested in both and want to know if it's worth to put in the extra
cash for the Gibson. Yeah,
cash for the Gibson. So Michi, what do you got here?
So I've checked out both, and now the Gibson, I demoed this yesterday, and today I'm playing this one for the first time, and it's the Gibson Les Paul /Standard, I think it's called, and it comes in this beautiful Anaconda burst, which we already know from the custom shop model. This is the most interesting part. It comes with 2 slash buckers.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
right?
And the slash buckers, how I understood it, they are basically burst buckers, which are the pickups that were built into some older custom shop Les Pauls, or in all of the older custom shop Les Pauls. And now these are special kinds of burst buckers which are developed together with slash, and they are pretty hot. They are very hot pickups. It's Alnico 2.
Got it.
But I'm not an expert on magnets, but all I can say, these have power. So I'm plugged into a Marshall JCM 800 with no extra pedals. So all you hear is the guitar, the cable, and the amp, and you already can hear I can get so no problems with gain and overtones whatsoever. And it feels like a really chunky rock Les Paul.
Like from hearing it now, because I mostly play those metal pickups,
yeah,
and I'm not used to having a Les Paul or a more conservative guitar, let's say, with pickups that compress so well when they're facing gain.
Yes, they compress very much, but in a very nice way, like
still
not over-compressed.
No,
yeah.
but there is definitely something going on there, which is great for if you want to play like those rock type things. Then that's a great thing to go.
They clear up very well, I think. So this is the volume now set to 6, I think.
pleasant voicing, I must say, because some guitars, especially with the J700, which is a very scratchy kind of sound you get, some sound very like almost hurt. In the ears.
You have to put in the right guitar into this amplifier.
Exactly,
for sure.
But these can handle it very well. Great bumps.
And also, I love the neck pickup sound. It's So you get all of this sweet singing out of that you want from a Les Paul, and yeah, it feels great, and it doesn't get too muddy when you play the lower register. So I love the sound of this Les Paul, and also for if you want to buy it, you just have to consider. I think it's the same with the Epiphone. It comes with a chunky neck. It's a 50s profile, they call it. So it's not specific if it's a 58 profile or a 59 or whatever. But for me, it feels like a typical 58 Les Paul, which all have those chunky necks.
Yeah, I think all of the Slash guitars do have like something like a C kind of.
Yeah, a chunky C, and I guess or is it even a D? I don't know, but it's very it's very chunky, but you can still play fast on it. So all of you out there that are afraid of thick necks or of chunky necks because they might not play as well, I can assure you this one plays very well, and it's not so much the profile of the neck that decides if you can play fast or not, it's more like how well the neck is crafted. And this one is very well crafted, because I think Gibson, for all of their Les Pauls, they use the plaque machine, so you can be sure to get a very well crafted neck and a very good playing feel.
Yeah, if the neck is great quality, I mean, we had it a couple of days before we were at a place where we played this Les Paul, the Junior, right? And it had a neck which was basically, I don't know, like reminds me of a car tire, you know?
Yeah, it was like this.
and I wasn't even like, it felt good for shredding. If it's a good neck, then like it's more important that it's a good neck than rather than having a thin neck.
Yeah.
And also
a very thin neck that's just a shitty neck. It doesn't play well.
Exactly. And I look at guys like Doug Aldrich or you know Zach Wild and all these guys. They play massive necks and they still shred the.
Yeah. So a chunky neck is no excuse not to shred.
Exactly.
So, but let's talk about the Epiphone, because it's different but same.
It's different but same, yeah. Would you
and I would recommend you to plug into the Marshall as well, so we can compare the sound of these two through the same amplifier.
Exactly. I think Slash would have liked this amp as well. So that is the Epiphone Appetite Burst. You know, Appetite for Destruction. I think that's the finish that he like the original guitar that he recorded the album with had that kind of finish there. So
honey burst, I think it's called.
Maybe the original might be honey burst, exactly. Well, in every case, it looks just great. I mean, come on, that's super tasty, I would say. Well, considering the specs that we have here, we have two Pro Buckers, so it's a little different pickup choice. These kind of crunchy tones. I think they can also handle a little bit more gain, as we heard in the jam in the intro.
Should I turn up the gain? Of course, for Emanuel, it always has to be maximum gain.
Exactly, I can't do anything else.
So you get maximum, okay?
Give me all you got. That's not what this guitar is made for, probably that type of more modern tones, but it can do it pretty well. You always hear that these pickups do have a little more like distinctive mid-focused voicing, which I think is part of Slash sound. So I think it particularly sounds great for leads as well, also if you use a little gain. Trying to be like Michi right now. If I'm trying to be like me, then this is what also very good for that shred type of sound, shred type sound. It's not like, if you compare it to a super modern shred guitar, it's not as percussive, I would say. Like, not every pick stroke is heard there, but it sounds still very creamy, which is a sound that in some situations, well, is like super joyful, I'd say. But I mean, let's see how it clears up. We still got plenty of gain on the amp.
Yeah.
Let me turn down the volume.
Position when you play chords like this.
Let's
see how that sounds.
Me trying to sound jazzy. No, but I mean, I'd say that certainly you hear a difference with these pickups. These are a little more, well, dynamic, I would say. So when you would turn down the gain, I think that these reacted a little better. But the difference in my ears is not, just from the pickups, it's not worth 3K. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and for me, it always comes down, like the difference between a more expensive guitar is and a cheaper guitar is, do I want the extra luxury of playability? Because
exactly.
That's where it comes really down to. If the tuning stability is most of the times is better on the more expensive model, in this case the Gibson model, and also the playability of the neck.
I mean, it's the extra classic 10% that we're talking about.
Yes,
here,
we're not talking about a crazy gap, but we're talking about, now I played them both, and of course this one plays a little better. It's a little slinkier on the neck feels a little bit better, and that's the real difference between the two guitars, much more than the small sound difference of the pickups.
So I'd say that certainly if you want to have like a Slash type Les Paul, then both of these guitars is definitely something that you could go for.
They will do the trick.
They will do the trick, exactly. So that is where you get a little more playability bonus. There's where the pickups might be a little more dynamic. But in the end, if you get that guitar, maybe like do a little setup, maybe I don't know, modify the action of that, then I think you will have a great guitar to play with.
Yeah, and especially not only for the Slash fans, because I think this is a great guitar if you maybe started out only on heavy stuff and you are used to metal guitars and you want to sneak into the world of more classic models, then the Slash Les Paul might be the perfect guitar for that, because it has the classic sounds, but it's very, very hot and made for a lot of gain.
Certainly, yeah. Great. So I think price-wise, if you're interested, that is around 3K.
Yes.
At least here in Germany, and that is around
2.8 at Thomann, I think.
2.8 was it? Yeah. And this one's 899. So we're talking euro here. So watch it up in US or anywhere else. But this for a guitar that is 3 times the money of that guitar, you get a little more, you get a little more quality. But it's always, for me, it's about price-performance ratio. Right, we don't always get the best thing, but we try to get the best thing for our money. And if you have 1K of money to spend on a guitar,
this is the one.
Definitely be a great choice. All right, so I think we're through it. Michi, thanks for your time. Guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more,
my pleasure.
Subscribe to the channel, like, share the video, do all the good stuff that helps us to grow. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.